There's no doubt that Nissan Navara N-Trek Warrior was by far the best variation of the D23 Navara. So it was a no-brainer that when the 2021 upgrades came with the new look and the Pro-4X model, they'd do a Warrior model again. So Nissan once again enlisted the crew from Premcar to wave their magic over the latest offering from Navara. We're up here in the hills at Coffs Harbour. The weather's turned it on for us, so it's going to be nice and muddy up there. Let's see how it goes. Premcar's work on the Pro-4X to turn it into the Warrior really centred around the suspension and the wheels and tyre package. The bespoke alloy wheels bring the wheel track out an extra 30mm for a wider stance and a tougher look, and the ground clearance is up 40mm. Now that comes from a new spring and shock package which is fully integrated to work with the chassis. They've actually softened the suspension up over a regular Navara to give it more compliance, more comfortable and better off-road. That's come without the expense of payload or towing restriction. You've still got a 952 kilogram payload in the automatic version or 961 kilo in the manual at 3,500 kilogram towing capacity, which is pretty good with a car that's had its suspension softened up. Those alloy wheels are wearing 275 70 aspect 17-inch Cooper all-terrain tyres, and they're just the sort of thing you want to take when you get off-road. And that's something Premcar's really done with this car. They've done all the things you might want to go to the aftermarket for and delivered it from the factory. So you're getting full Nissan warranty, everything's covered, it's all there, set up and integrated into the car itself. Inside the Pro-4X Warrior, you've got all the Pro-4X features. It's got the new updated dashboard with the Apple CarPlay, bigger screen, leather seats. The only Warrior edition is the embroidery on the headrest, just to let you know you're driving a Warrior. Up the front of the car, there's an all-new steel front bumper, which is designed and manufactured in Melbourne. It was manufactured with winch compatibility, which came from the feedback that Premcar took from its customers that had the N-Trek Warrior. They loved the front bumper, but they wanted to be able to fit a winch in there. The new bumper has also got an LED light bar built in there, which is all integrated into the car once again, and doesn't affect the radar for the cruise control and so forth, which is just behind the grille. At the back of the car, you've got the Pro-4X features with the higher tub, which was part of the 21 upgrades, the Pro-4X sports bar, and bespoke badging and signage. Running from the front bumper, you've got underbody protection, 3mm plate, which has the red bit at the front, and then further under the car runs back under the sump. Power-wise, they haven't touched the engine. It's still the bi-turbo 2.3 litre diesel engine, which makes 450 Nm of torque and 140 kilowatts of power. It gets along pretty good in this car. Fuel consumption-wise, it's rated to 7.9 litres per 100. We didn't check numbers on this because it was only a single day drive. Pricing wise, the Pro-4X Warrior starts at $67,490 with a 6-speed manual. Yes, you can get a manual gearbox in this car, which for us is a real positive. With the 7-speed automatic, it's $69,990 plus on-road costs. And when you consider this as a fully integrated package with tyres and suspension you can take off-road anywhere you want to go in Australia, it's pretty good value for money. That pricing should ensure this car continues to be popular with buyers. Unlike some aftermarket companies which just put the biggest and stiffest suspension under a car, the engineers at Premcar have actually softened the suspension of the Pro-4X Warrior. The front spring rate is down 7%, the rear spring rate is down 6% on the initial bite and plus 16% on the secondary, so when you get into those bigger bumps it really takes up where it's needed. Like all Pro-4X models, the Warrior has coil springs all round, give you that extra comfort and ride. Well, it certainly was muddy up there and we had a lot of fun. Those Cooper tyres certainly proved their worth. But once again, it's proven the Warrior version of the Navara is the best version you can get. Those suspension tweaks really make the car more comfortable, more controlled. It's a better car in all conditions, a little bit more ground clearance. The all-terrain tyres certainly help no matter what terrain you want to take it on.